Welcome back to you for another yummy update, friends. This is the FTX logo. FTX was running a Ponzi. Basically, they're just leveraged. It wasn't a real Ponzi. They actually would have been okay if they just didn't get liquidated back in 2022. But now all of the customers, they're getting back their US dollar funds, not their crypto priced funds back in the US dollars. So they're going to get $5 billion back. They have now started to receive their money as promised from Kraken Exchange. So they're going to be distributing it out here. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what people do with their money here. Shout out to my friend, Mr. Big Banana. Come on, trickle down economics. So we might see them reinvigorate themselves as they get their money back. But it depends because they've literally, like, do they really want to give it away? They've waited so long. But you'll see, it's all US dollars. And yeah, if they just have access to that money, they're probably not going to deploy it straight away. They're going to need a bit of a spark. What type of spark? Well, maybe a friendly spark. Maybe something with the Ethereum price chart is going to hopefully do something in that department. This is the Ethereum weekly candle, friends. It's doing a very, very nice chart pattern here. It's come back to the CME gap at 2,600. Actually, let me show you. If I go back down, let's actually look at it closer. Have a closer look here. See, friends, the CME gap, it come back here and it started to like hover around. Maybe we like just go back up to the next one and we start doing the same thing. It'll be funny. And everyone thinks, you know, it's going to be over. We get worn out before we finally actually like just do some sort of shocking move up, right? And then like you look at it, you look at this chart and you're like, man, that looks like some people say manipulation, but could be manipulation, friends, but as well, a lot of manipulation is just market cycles. It's like people get frustrated after holding for a long time. So, you know, they start basically just selling on top of themselves and they just can't wait to sell. They want to get lower. Oh, Ethereum's failed. Man, it'd be amazing if it just reverses all the way back up. All these cucks will be destroyed, man. So hopefully we do get an up-only ETH BTC price action with that as well. And if you remember from my juicy news as well, baby dolls, the business manufacturing PMI came out once again below 52, a lot below 52. It came out at 48.5. So now marks officially 31 months in the red. 31 months. This is a 45-year cycle period of badness for it. 45 years since the last time we had something this trash. All the previous crypto cycles, by this point in time, see, there's only 6 months, 12, 10. I marked these nice and green. That's how long business cycle was contracting before it started to finally kick up. Bang, bang, bang. And each time we had alt seasons here. So we haven't had anything here. So it's kind of just showing you, right? Look, friends, remember I told you last year, I said, look, in each crypto cycle, whatever the thing is in the Bitcoin halvening year, it does not continue for the next season post the Bitcoin halvening year. In 2020, we had DeFi, right? DeFi 1.0 did not continue into 2021. All right, it stayed there. So I'm wondering, so that's what we don't know, right? Because business PMI was always low here. But what did we have in 2024, friends? We had Soylana chain. It was basically soy season. Soylana, soy season. Soy festivals everywhere. And the pump fund JPEG trash. So I know it's interesting, like what's going to happen, right? You know, people will misconstrue the label. They go, no, it's meme coin season. No, it wasn't. What do you mean meme coin season, bro? There were some memes that went up, but like these valuations were basically atrocious. But you know, we give it to them. There was money to be made if you like getting rinse of Soylana and the LA Vape cabal. So it is what it is. So we might find whatever happens next, you know, it might not have them. Right? It might not have them. Are there any signs? Well, look at the SOL-eth ratio, man. It's taken a long time, friends. Look how close SOL-eth, friends, is literally, remember, it's a weekly chart. It is 0.5% away from flipping red. So, okay, the first red flip, you wanted to gamble, and guess what? You got saved by Donald Trump right here. He launched his Trump coin on Soylana chain, and everyone came in and rushed in, and you were basically the top signal there. Okay, then you came here. Why did this happen? Ethereum was capitulating in the taxes, right? So but you've had like 2 Hail Marys. Okay, you literally had 2 Hail Marys, and now it's come back down. So are they going to listen? Probably not. They're probably not going to listen, but that's just how market cycles go. And I've got the chart here for you in another format. It's only 1.0 from flipping red. then it marks a significant trend, right? Remember, the weekly super trend, that's the default settings, is 3 times the ATR. So remember, if you're on a daily chart, they flip up and down all the time. 4-hour chart, they flip up and down all the time. But when you go to the weeklies, you're like, okay, very significant. It's not 100% chance, but it could be like 70 to 80% chance. These things always just keep continuing for a long period of time. Now, friends, there's this very happy gentleman here, okay, and I've written POV. Fed Power says he's about to cut rates and start the crypto alt season, okay? So you can actually listen to him, friends. I don't want to get demonetized, but actually I'll crank some music for him as well, all right? Let's actually crank up here. So here he is having fun, dancing and dancing. Now, if you notice at the start, it was Kanye West's Hail Heedlaw song HH at the start. That's why this video started going viral. And someone out here on Twitter, genius, what he did is he literally, as soon as it started going viral, he just puts in, because he was dancing to some like dance song. And then he puts in Kanye West Hail Hitler songs for it. So he just re-uploads it. So I had watched the whole video. Oh, wow, cool. And then he goes, oh, this is the real unedited version. So it started getting shared around. It was just funny. It made me laugh because now that's the new troll thing. It's the new thing getting sent around the internet. I wonder, though, if they're going to even let that be shared. That song seems like it's totally contraband banned. They really want to delete it out here, but it is what it is. That's what's keeping everybody entertained. James Wynn, friends, got cooked in some news. Look at this. James Wynn. Look at this. He said, CZ Binance, DM me. And then CZ, bro can't afford one BNB to reach me now. Jokes aside, DM'd. So reach me, I didn't know what that was. I checked that out. You can message people and pay them money. Okay, so it's a very, very effective way for like bidding for someone. So 282 people have messaged CZ. Now, you got to remember, friends, he owns 60% of BNB. So he has about 40 to $60 billion of the coin there. And I think he has like 900 million of Bitcoin, maybe $1 billion worth. Yeah, maybe 600 or 900 million, depending on it. So 282 BNB has been paid to him times $600. He's received $169,000 just for talking, but it's nothing, man. I mean, like, dude, you got 60 billion sitting. You know what I mean? There's hundreds of thousands that basically nothing to you. But yeah, you can basically ask him a question. That's how you reach him. You want to reach someone, you got to pay for their time to read a message and do something. And yeah, for James Wynn, remember, a lot of lessons to learn from that. Please be careful when it comes to if you win in something, and you're probably like thinking, bro, we haven't won a long time. I know, but when you do win, friends, you will win. We're going to manifest it. We're going to win. We got lollipops. We got the mod glasses. We are going to win, okay? Just, yeah, business cycles taking a long freaking time. Like either one or two things can happen, friends. Either the business cycle just starts going up, or the economy actually cracks and then they have to print money super hard and they have to hand out money like candy and then force the business cycle up. Like emergency force it again. I don't think we're going to get that crack scenario, the black swan, because we got that last cycle, right? It seems like everyone's prepared for it. So we're just waiting now. So remember, when you do win, just be careful. Don't go throwing your money in places that, you didn't have any edge to begin with. Friends, I'm going to ask you a question. How long of a recession bear market do we need to wipe this out? Let's watch it.
Trans people exist. Billionaires should not. They try to erase us. They feed lies to the nameless. It's so fucked up how they betray us. I'm exhausted.
So just look at the girls in this crowd, friends. When as soon as he said that, he goes, says something about trans rights, and he goes, billionaires shouldn't exist. Oh man, they're so easily manipulated. And like this crowd of girls, they look exactly how you think they would look. You got the blue hair, the green hair, the thingamajigs, you got the rainbow colored stuff, you probably got furry dudes out here. Man, they probably got a boyfriend at home, and they got another boyfriend that the other boyfriend doesn't know about. So yeah, that's the young people, man. You know, when you're young, is it when you're born? Because yeah, you really don't understand the concept of risk and effort. Because you basically You have infinite time in your mind. That's why. You have infinite time, and there's infinite money, and there's infinite opportunity. You don't really understand capital allocation and scarcity when you're young. You don't have scarcity of time or anything out here. So you probably think, oh yeah, why doesn't the government just hand out money? Just go hand out money to everybody. Yeah. Then as you get older, you get to see the people that would receive the money. And you're like, dude, these people want money. They don't even deserve oxygen. Have you went and met these people? There's like a third of the population, friends, don't deserve it. Maybe not a third, maybe like a quarter. Literally straight shouldn't even be here. I don't know what happened. I hope some of those conspiracies about the moon being kind of like this like prison cell for like souls. I was thinking about this the other day. It would be wild if like the moon, because I've got to make an episode of this, friends. Ingo Swann talking about the moon. Ingo Swann remote viewed the moon. He said he saw humanoids. They're on the dark side, but they're doing slave labor in like this underground stuff out here. And then basically they saw his consciousness there, and they told him, you're not meant to be here. Stop coming here. I don't know. I was just thinking, and some people turn that into a conspiracy where they think we are like Earth's a prison. They go, oh no, we're trapped all here forever. Earth's a prison. I thought, what if it's kind of like these sci-fi movies where like the worst of us, the worst souls, you know what I mean? Like the heinous, disgusting crimes, people, right? What if their souls are the one that got to do like 1 trillion years of slave labor? I thought about stuff like that, you know? So I've been going through crazy with this, all the UFO things. There's so much more interesting than like crypto waiting for this thing to go up. It is. But also, I like seeing, I mean, talk about psyops, man. At least crypto, like, crypto's going to go up. It's going to go up, okay? Because in UFO community, the legit whistleblowers, they're dead, or you're not allowed to talk about them. Like Bob Lazar, they always try to discredit him. They always try to say stuff like that. I think also I found out, friends, I've actually been doing this for a while. I think Bob Lazar, the reason why they haven't killed him is because he has a dead man switch. What is a dead man switch? It's what John McAfee had. He says, if you kill me and I don't push my button at the beginning of the month, something will get released to the world. Now, John McAfee, I think, released some stuff. I forgot what ended up happening with it. Whacked. But Bob Lazar, he has an element. He has element 115. All right. Bob Lazar element, he actually has, and we don't have this on Earth. He's got a dead man switch. If he dies, someone is either instructed or some mechanism will release to the world, hey, this is element 115. It's got, what is it, 115 atoms or whatever, or electrons. I forgot freaking science, you know. So the protons in there, that's right. 115 protons in there. We've only been able to make it in a lab for like 0.1 seconds, and then it just basically disappears, okay? So we don't, so that would, if he actually did, that's why I think, friends, they've probably threatened him. They go, look, you release it to the world, you're dead, okay? Also, if you don't release it to the world, we'll let you live. That's what I think is the deal with Bob Lazar. You know, so that dead man said he's basically got something. He's not even allowed to tell people why he's still alive, I guess. But if he released that, that would 100% undeniably, at this point, give one like confirmed proof. Aliens are real. The government does have tech. I mean, the guy literally has an element that we cannot make today. Okay, it literally can't. It has to be manufactured, right? So that's just something interesting. As you saw earlier today, friends, Michael Saylor bought 700 BTC with his laser eyes. Pew, 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 pew. We're going to shoot all the bears out here. And quite a few insiders, they're actually selling STRK. So they're selling shares. But I saw somebody who's a MicroStrategy maxi. There are actually MicroStrategy bullish maxis who have like just, they're full on their persona. It's like, you know, like Hex maxis, there's MicroStrategy maxis. They've said that this isn't a true insider selling. It's something to do with some call option thing, I think. So I just wanted to share that because I don't remember the exact message out here. So I don't think they're like aggressively dumping on everyone or anything out here. Friends, this is to tell you, okay? So the biggest Ponzi is they don't have insiders dumping. Do you know that? The biggest Ponzi's are the ones where everybody literally believes. That's the actual biggest Ponzi. Because it's like uncapped potential. Like nobody decides it's a good idea to get out. Like even in Enron, I don't even think the executives were getting out. One guy in Enron, if you remember that failed energy company that they couldn't prove any profits, so just running a Ponzi. The one guy who escaped, he cheated on his wife with a stripper. And they actually got married and they're still together today. So he cheated on his wife. He got caught because a stripper got knocked up. So he had to get a divorce, and he was an executive at Enron. So I'll show you. Enron stripper guy. I'll show you. Here he is. Lou Pai. Lou Pai. It's kind of funny. Oh, what a coincidence, friends. His surname is Pai. P-A-I. Do you remember that? That was in the PDI thing. Enron's elusive mystery man. So let's see if we can find his wife. Here she is. They're actually still together. Man, what a wild story, dude. So what ended up happening was, because he got divorced, he was forced in the divorce to sell everything. So he liquidated the shares at the top before everything went bust. So divorce hustle. The legend, they call it the Legend of Lou Pai, patron saint of strippers and stocks. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's basically the only person who's like out. He was forced out. Man, what a crazy story as well. The chances of that happening. So, you know, maybe we're on a journey like that right now where obviously got nothing to do with strippers and stocks. But maybe we are on a journey, friends, where we're just going to watch Ethereum because it got so many weak hands out here. You never know. It gives us a shock move later on and the business cycle just somehow fuels itself out so that we finish in December this year. I am concerned. We have to see how big, man, because 6 red months in a row again, bro. Are you serious, dude? Friends, we've never done 6 red months. When was the last time we did 6 red months in a row? Oh my God, it was 2018. Whoa, dude. We didn't even do 6 red months in our bear market. We've only done 4. So we've done 4 here, 4 here, 3 here. Dude, we did 6 red months in a row. The last time we did this was literally 2018. And that was after freaking coins all went 100x. I don't know, man. There's some satanic devilish stuff going on here. So I hope that this reconciles itself. At this point, we're all ready to give up. So don't stop believing. Can't quit now, friends. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.